Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys packed some extra sunscreen because the pool party is still going on. I'm Daz. Joined with me is Nambi. Nambi, we got Loaf Bread Sports going up against, I believe, oh God, I've already forgotten the roster. Linking Up, there it is, Linking Up. But, I mean, although the names are new, the rosters are, they look a little bit familiar here. Sosa, Joe Freshness, and Shadow. I believe we saw Sosa on Twitter talking about how they were looking for a third. Looks like they're going to Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the pool party. We had some really crazy technical difficulties. I believe that we had the guys who ran the pool that came through. They were like, yo, you got to shut this down. So we had to talk about them, and we had to really talk to them and stuff like, yo, we're lifeguards. You know, they pay us to do this. We're not casters today. We're lifeguards, by the way. I'm Daz. Again, Nambi. We got the matchup ready for us. Loaf and Linking Up. I got the names wrong again, but we got game one underway now. We're back. We fixed it.
Yeah, I think we fixed the problem. The pool will remain open for anyone that wants to keep going, and then that's what we're gonna do. So Origin off to a great start to get it off on there, but Joe puts it off at the sidewall for Zeus. Sosa just forcing them both of them to go for a hit on there. It looks like it's going to be an open net since Broski's got to come all the way back, and Joe Freshness is going to just open it up with the scoring.
Yeah, good job here from Joe Freshness as well. Gets up immediately and gets it right past Broski. It's a good effort by him, but too little, too late. And we already got the first goal here from
Loaf going to be down a bit early in this game, but it's too early really to see, at least for Broski now, for him to get off onto the close to the ceiling. Shadow wanted to maybe get a pass off in there, but Origin just threatens the net. Sosa has to clear it away off to the side. And Zeus, he was looking for someone in the middle, but they both rotate back, and they both actually go for the same ball. It's going to be a bit dangerous, but Zeus recognized that both his teammates went for the same ball, and is able to clear it away at least enough. But Sosa now just goes for a shot on net. Broski has to wait. is able to make the save. Now linking up's going to be passing it to Joe. Zeus able to intercept it. Sosa goes for another shot as Broski has to make another save. Back and forth, linking up is finding these shots on, but somehow Loaf are able to keep it out.
Yeah, Loaf are able to keep it out for now, but that one's going to find the back of the net. Joe Freshness with the second goal, and they are already off to a strong footing.
Yeah, Joe Freshness already, this is his second time already scored in this entire game. Putting the team on his back to start off the momentum that linking up really needs, especially up against Loaf. And Loaf right now, they've been on the defensive side, maybe always only looking for some of these saves that have only been getting. They haven't really been able to push the issue, as Sosa doesn't want them to. But Origin K put a screamer onto the top left. Looked like that was going in, but the upper 90 really just saves them on that. Joe going to try to get a mind game out to see if they can force them a reaction. And Sosa can't intercept that, but Freshness is able to quiet the play down a little bit as it goes back into the middle. Shadow gets the challenge into the sidewall. Puts it in the corner. Broski doesn't get a great touch on it as now Joe Freshness is in, but Sosa tried to get a bump on Origin, cannot get that bump, but Joe puts another shot on as Zeus trying to recover off the play. Broski looked like he wanted to get some kind of flip reset on there, but the ball just doesn't go fast enough. It looked like it went off the bar again, off to the side. Doesn't quite go in, but Joe Freshness with the Joey Schweet triple scorer combo to get a hat trick.
Great work here from Joe. Another one from him. Like you said, it's a hat trick. And he's just able to get to the ball so fast and put on these nice high quality shots. He is already starting to heat up here in game one. 3 for 4 shooting wise. It's been a good time watching him. And for Loaf Bread Sports, they got to be careful when he is going up for the ball to just make sure they shut him down, because he's so far starting to have a game. This could probably like leak on into other games that can make this a lot harder for Loaf Bread Sports.
I love also how Joe Freshness' rotation is very offensive, where he has to go demo them, but Shadow, as I'm saying that, has to make the save. And Origin has to go back for the ball at least and maybe try to find some kind of play to put it into the net, but it just kind of slowly floats there as each of the Loaf players thought that even one of them was going to be able to touch it. And Origin passes it back, and Zeus not ready for it as Shadow now is going to be able to go on the opportunity. What a great play from Shadow, but can't finish it. Sosa can't get over the ball, as that looked like to be probably another great play when it was just 3 versus 1, but Shadow cannot get the mind game off as now Broski goes for a shot. Joe Freshness has to make the save, and linking up right now are playing amazing Rocket League right now as they are in the mind of their opponents.
They are. It's looking good to see. Excellent rotations from them as well. Just being able to move down the field in a nice methodical way where they all are covering each other and setting up some really nice plays. Joe takes another shot. It's straight down in front of Shadow. He's going to wait for them to clear the ball right to him before he decides to go back in. And this is what I mean, where they just play that methodical game. Sure, they could apply more pressure and be super aggressive, but sometimes that just doesn't work all the time. They have a 3-goal lead. There's a minute and 4 seconds left. Let's just keep doing what we're doing because it's working.
Oh, man. Shadow almost had a great shot on to the, just almost outside the post, but couldn't get quite too far inside as now Broski couldn't even take it away as Shadow knows exactly where he's going, and he puts one up on the board for linking up.
Yeah, and for this one kind of has to do with the fault of Zeus here. Doesn't necessarily realize he's the last man back once Origin turns off to grab boost. And as soon as Shadow wins that challenge, it's all over. He just sits there in the midfield and has to watch. 4-0, 49 seconds left. And linking up, very, very strong game one for them.
And it has been just a clinic they've been putting on against Loaf Bread Sports. As Joe Freshness wants to clear this away. Zeus passing it to Origin, but they cannot connect. 30 seconds left in this game and still no goal for Loaf even to put on the board. They have a couple shots on, but they haven't been very convincing as now Shadow just dribbling around everybody. As now Zeus has to try his best to get his car back onto its footing. As now Shadow, I don't know what you were trying there. I mean, it looks like you're on a very tough angle to put it on. But Shadow puts it back into the middle, goes for a demo. So now all of Loaf Bread Sports have got to sit back and just kind of wait until he comes back to get some kind of offensive chance off. Shadow going to pass it upfield, maybe to Sosa to go for it, but he's just going to wait till they put it down themselves as Linking Up lead the series 1-0 on a clinic they put against Loaf.
Definitely. I mean, it was just all Linking Up offense all the time. Loaf Bread Sports didn't have an answer. I mean, they put 7 shots up, but the ball was just on their end so much that you couldn't even tell. Like the amount of pressure that they were getting from Linking Up and the quality goals that were being scored were fantastic. And it just looked like the ball was on the orange half for the majority of the game. For Loaf, they got to really focus on getting that ball out of their end and like really applying that consistent offense, because that is not the way you want to start this series.
Yeah, Linking Up with the convincing 15 shots on net versus Loaf Bread Sports only at 7. And all the saves, especially going into Loaf Bread Sports end. So I mean, we know that Linking Up is always, like, they're very consistent, like you said, very methodical on each of those offensive plays. They were able even to shut down some of the clear plays that even Loaf had. And on some of the plays that Loaf did, was able to get some passing plays. It looked like they always had a hard time linking up with each other, not unlike the other team, because when they were trying to maybe find some passing plays, it looked like that either the ball went a little too far, or even somebody from Linking Up were able to intercept each of those in every place that they had trying going in for it.
Yeah, they cannot afford to like make those same mistakes as we get ready to get into game number 2. Got to see which team is going to come out on top, but can Loaf Bread Sports make the necessary adjustments, move this ball downfield, and really get it settled in this series? We'll have to find out. Already the ball is back into their end.
They got to put the pressure, just get the pressure away, but Shadow's been really playing a great playmaker style, just getting in the way every time Loaf wants to make a pass, or even if they want to clear it, as he's been able even to get some great demos in. And Shadow actually is going to be waiting for the ball as he knows Sosa has it. And I think Sosa waiting for someone to go in front of the net to see if he can demo, but no one's going to bite, as Zeus able to get it downfield. But Broski kind of sitting too far behind, unable to follow up, so now it's back into the end we go for Loaf. And Shadow maybe has another shot at this, but Broski gets in the way, puts it straight into the middle, but Joe's going to be waiting for it. Can Joe put on another clinic up against Loaf, as he's done already back in game 1 with 3 goals fairly early? As Shadow, waiting for the ball, saw that Zeus was going to go for it. Origin K just misses it as Shadow takes that chance away, but Joe Freshness puts up a great clear, and Zeus barely able to get it out of their net. And Sosa cannot get the challenge that he wants, but now it's the time for attack of Loaf Bread Sports, but Broski has to still wait in the backfield, waiting for his chance maybe to find a connecting play up. He actually does not go for the same ball, gets past 2. Sosa is able to quell that aggression coming out from Loaf Bread Sports, but it just seems that only 2 out of 3 of them usually go up for the ball. But as I'm saying that, Origin K gets a great challenge and starts leading game 2.
Yeah, I think this one's more on Joe Freshness' part here. He turns on the ball, not expecting Origin to actually be able to sail that over him. Origin sees an opportunity, a break on the defense, and then he just pushes that one forward. A great goal there for Loaf Bread Sports. This puts them on the right foot to get this game 2 started.
And now this is their first game, or sorry, their first shot or first goal in their 2 games that they played against. Now if they can keep this lead going, with they finding Linking Up just kind of sitting in their backfield, just all on their back heels. And that was a great opportunity maybe for even just another person to come up, just to follow up on the backboard play. Because all of the 2 of them didn't go, and no one really went for it, as now Sosa is going to probably dribble this over Origin. Can he stop him? It is just too high and too slow for Origin to even get a touch on it.
Yeah, like you said, too high and too slow. And for Origin, like, he's trying to get a course correction, but as he thinks he knows where to clear it, Sosa makes that mid-air adjustment and then sends it right to an awkward position for him. So just as though he caught Joe Freshness out, Sosa catches him a little bit too far forward and makes a mistake. Sosa!
Oh, Sosa!
He carries this all the way across the field and scores yet another goal, pops it up, follows this one through. He knows he's going for the upper 90 corner, and although you got 2 members of Loaf in the defense, they just can't stop that.
Everyone after that goal had sand in their eyes now, pretty much. Sosa just dribbled that, or at least got a really nice dribble even from his side of the net, which is actually absolutely crazy to put up his team 2-0 We've seen bits and pieces of Sosa in this game, but that definitely will put him on the board, especially and officially. Zeus wanting to pass it back to Origin K, but Joe Freshness able to get in the way of it. They have one more shot, especially to get it on the backboard, but it's just a little too high for Broski. And Zeus just reacting a bit too early to the play and goes away from the ball, as now Joe Freshness keeps it into the Loaf Bread Sports end. And Loaf just taking their time out in their end, not clearing it fast enough, especially when they were rotating in. And now Sosa's going to give it to Shadow. Zeus gets in the way, but now he doesn't have any boost. It looked like almost all three of them went for it, but just two. Because now Joe has both Sosa and Shadow to go for. He chooses Shadow. He puts it off the side wall. Excuse me, went for Sosa, but Shadow finishes it off. 3-1 now goes to linking up.
Now look at this pass play. Joe Freshness finds Sosa. Sosa off the bar. Shadow back into Sosa. And he just lands at the right place at the right time. Beautiful redirect there for linking up. 3-1. They're looking good. Last game, Joe Freshness had a hat trick. This time it's Sosa with literally the same shot percentage with a 3 out of 4 goals scored versus shots taken. I mean, this looks really, really good for linking up.
Yeah, and I love how each of the players are able to step up to the plate, as it was Joe Freshness in game 1 and Sosa now in game number 2. And now it looks like Joe actually goes away from the ball, just kind of over drifted. And now Sosa gives it away, but even Origin K, even that he had a chance at it, Joe Freshness was able to get a nice dunk. Now Sosa's a bit further away from this play. Now Origin K can kind of take his time, but goes for a shot off. I think he could have had another touch on it to see if he could just take out the defense out of there, but now there's nobody back. Sosa's trying to pass it back to Shadow. It almost gets there, but Broski able to find that he can get just in front of Shadow to take the thing away. And 1 minute down, and Loaf Bread Sports have got to find a way to score against this hyperactive defense that linking up is showing here.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be something that we have to see whether or not if Loaf Bread Sports can still get back on the offensive end. They looked good earlier, but maybe it was just a lapse in defense from linking up, as they are just completely warmed up at this point. 35 seconds left. They want to hold on to the possession. Playing it slow and Loaf Bread Sports in, making them work for a clear. And it's not necessarily as if Loaf are in a comfortable spot either. Just constant pressure on their end. And it's been pretty hard for them to break out this game.
As now we're going to see Joe Freshness again showing that threat off to the backboard, and Shadow is going to want to dribble this. We know how Shadow wants to do this. He wants to dribble it on everybody, as Broski and Zeus cannot stop. They can't stop these guys.
Pick up by Shadow. You think Joe's going to get a touch, but Shadow has his own idea. Gets the dunk on Broski with 9 seconds left. And Shadow looks like he's a definite good addition to this squad here as well. I mean, 8 seconds left. They are going to go up 2-0 in the series. And boy, oh boy, has it been a pleasure to watch. As this one is going to hit the ground. No, it's going to hit the back of the net.
Or not.
They're going to get one more. Okay, all right.
Yeah, we see you, Shadow. Like, this is even just a great play off of Zeus's very uncomfortable end, where he has to turn his car around and he just can't react in that time frame. And linking up, literally all using the same car, they are not only synergized in how they play, but also how they look as well. Look at these shots, 8 and then 10 coming out from linking up, and only 4 coming out from Loaf. I mean, you could definitely see who was in control.
Yeah, you can. Like you said, you can see who's in control, and unfortunately for Loaf Bread Sports, they've been playing defense all game long, and when they do get the breakaways, they can't knock them down. So it's just a constant turnaround position for them, and then you just see linking up. Like, they're having fun at this point. Like, air dribble goals back to back from them. Someone's coming out with a hat trick every game. Like, it's looking really, really good. We're gonna get ready to get into game number 3, and it's not look like for Loaf Bread Sports, this is pretty shaky. This is rough. It's not looking so good for them. We're gonna have to see almost a completely different team as we get ready to get game 3 underway.
Yeah, we saw some lights, especially for Loaf, where they did get an early goal and saw that that linking up was kind of sitting back. But once linking up kind of turns on the jets, it seems that Loaf just can't. You know, they just get toasted in the end. I swear, they can't follow anything up, and it seems that all they can do is clear and play defense, like you said, and to hope that maybe someone can step up and see if they can find a chance against him. As now Shadow gives it to Joe. It was a really fast pass. Joe can't quite calculate how fast he wanted to pass it to him. Now Sosa on the other end goes into the corner. Zeus actually reads it beautifully, puts it into the corner now on the other end to give them some breathing room here, as now Shadow wants to even give it to Joe Freshness. It was going to be a little awkward as they both kind of went up for the same ball. Sosa, not a great solid hit, as now Broski put one in on Linking Up's defense, but now Sosa all the way back in the other end. We already see they're already taking another chance at it. As now Origin K beats out both defenders. Broski, you just gotta finish it! No! That was the finish right there. They needed that. They're gonna score now. Joe Freshness. What a punish. What a punish.
What? How does that happen? Sorry, I'm just really like, they had two guys up, and then you would think that one of them would knock it down in the net. Next thing you know, Joe Freshness just pulls it all the way downfield. And what looked like Loaf starting out strong here in game 3 completely turns around. The double commit doesn't pay off, and they got out.
Because Origin K got a beautiful, just a beautiful challenge up against two players. And now here comes Joe Freshness again with the backboard. Zeus cannot read. I guess he just couldn't somehow read where Joe Freshness was going to be. I guess he went up too early, and it looked like, you know what, maybe the camera got in the way. I don't know.
Oh, Joe Freshness, a nice double tap from him. I mean, he pretty much went on the same kind of aerial arc as he moved the ball downfield for both his goals. But he's looking set up to have another hat trick, and we're only not even 2 minutes into the game 3. He's gonna take another. No, this is gonna be a pass this time for Sosa. Miss from them, but you got Shadow there. No, wait. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking.
Fakes.
At this point, I'm just gonna stop talking. I don't even know what's going on. Are they gonna score that? No. Okay.
No.
All right, I'm done.
I don't think. I mean, I feel for Loaf because I know that they may have had maybe a couple opportunities, right? And then Zeus might have an opportunity off the backboard because then they can't clear it out. And then somehow they cannot still finish it. We're just even looking for another touch on the ball because they both missed it. A just amazing challenge coming out from Joe Freshness. That's his 3rd goal, and he's had 2 hat tricks this entire series.
Yeah, it's going to be a playmaker there for Sosa as well. And okay, all right. That's cool. Just a pinch that just goes off the ceiling, bounces into the goal. Half of Joe, not even I can't even say half. Majority of Joe's goals scored this game are just absolutely ridiculous. You could say all of them if you use a ridiculous in 2 different terms. I'm using ridiculous in they should not have happened. Period.
I mean, it's the lady luck thing, right? Once you know you're really comfortable and you can really, it feels like they can do anything to Loaf, and Loaf really just can't fight back. Because Sosa, and Joe Freshness, once they kind of have that comfort zone, Shadow, just a great, look at this pass coming out from Joe Freshness just directly to Shadow. This is beautiful.
Yeah, it is a great pass. Origin's on his way back, and it's just a boomer downfield. And it just looks like Loaf are just putting too many resources on offense, and they're just getting punished every time.
This is Zen Rocket League coming out from Linking Up. Just Zen, they can do no wrong. 2 minutes 35 seconds. Loaf have got to do something. They got to put 1 goal up. They got to punish even Linking Up's sometimes very confident plays that they do have. But look at Joe just able to methodically get it above the corner, and then even have the confidence to know that his teammates are going to be able to fight back out of that. Origin K could have had a good chance at it, but Sosa's able to read it out. Almost bumps out Broski. Good thing Broski kept sitting there just so they couldn't get a chance at it. And man, what is Joe Freshness going to do now? He's able to get it, not really get it past Broski, but now a pass back to Sosa, and Zeus almost got beat out by the ball. And Sosa going to be able to find a pass to Shadow, and then actually a great pass coming out from Sosa back to Joe Freshness to get them keep the possession. And Broski even trying to get any kind of bumps out of against against Linking Up. It's just not successful. And Broski again beaten by the ball by Sosa. Playmaker coming out for Sosa, and even Joe Fresh is able to finish it off. And maybe it looked like Shadow wanted to get a bump on the defense, but Linking Up, they just look like they're just so in sync.
Yeah, look at this. Immediately turn around, pass to a shot, on command. on command. They're like, oh, you gave up possession? Sure. Okay, hey, Sosa, you want a shot? All right, yeah, I haven't gotten a goal all game. There you go. Bang. Puts it in the back of the net. 5-0. 121 left on the clock. I don't know. This would be the best comeback of the tournament at this point if they're able to do a 5-0 deficit.
That would be definitely a mental block they'd have to get past too, as now Sosa, and can he get this? I mean, Zeus was so close to getting that, even Broski, but they just can't get the power off of some of these hits because I think they're doubting. I don't know if they're doubting the ability of knowing how the ball's going to come off the wall, or they're doubting that it could have a weird bounce. I don't know, but it seems that it looks like Zeus just couldn't get the bounce or the hit that he could get. Sosa actually gets a little tangled up, as now Zeus is able to put one in, but 4 goals in 51 seconds is a lot to ask for.
There's a lot to ask for, and if it happens, I don't know what's going to happen. My reaction at this point has already been pretty shaken up. I would like to still be, breathing by the time the broadcast is over. So hopefully this one doesn't go crazy, but if it does, I'm okay with it. We'll see what happens.
We may have to close the pool due to a baby Ruth inside of it, but Joe Freshness puts one off the backboard. Sosa, he's gonna get it. Joe Freshness just kicks him out of the play. They're going for the Brazil at this point.
Yep, I was like, Brazil setup. It's happening right here. Good pressure from Joe, and an upper 90 corner shot too from Sosa. Very nice place.
Just really saw. I like to see how even linking up, maybe going further into the series to see how they play up against maybe RBG, because it looks like they really have their syncing up plays going. And now it looked like Origin K. I don't know what happened. It looks like he somehow missed his time to go for it, to even deny them the Brazil, but I guess they just kind of gave it to him, as now Shadow's going to be able to put this in, and at this point, we're calling it a series.
Yeah, at this point, this was over 22 seconds left. It goes downfield, and it just seems like Loaf's defense just slowly deteriorated as the game went on. After every goal was scored, the defense just was more wide open, and to the point where linking up can just boom anything downfield, and no one's going to be back for Loaf. And now they're looking for weird 3-man aerial pass plays, because why not? 10 seconds left in this game. This one is going to be a 3-0 sweep, and linking up are going to win this match here. But what a fantastic game, at least from them. They're showing some really strong signs, especially going against Loaf and winning as well as they have. And hopefully we get to see more of that in the future.
Yeah, completely calculated coming out from linking up. Well done to, Joe, Sosa, and Shadow. They're 3 peas in a pod. Seriously, they're so in sync. Loaf could not even read any of the stuff they were going to be even trying. And it always seemed that linking up always had someone in the middle willing to be like, I can pass to you, and and I can trust you to say, hey, you're going to be able to either have a great shot opportunity or even be able to get off the backboard, so maybe I can. It was amazing to see how linking up could be so in sync with each other.
Yeah, it was. And we might see some clips here on Rocket Dailies a little bit later. Joe Freshness had some good shots. We saw some excellent pass plays from them come out as well. And I'm excited. They look like a team that'll definitely make it into the final bracket tomorrow. Again, guys, exclamation point bracket, just so you guys can get a sneak peek of that. Again, this is groups into single elimination. So we're looking at groups here from day one. And we're going to see how things are moving on into day 2. Who's going to make it into that final bracket. So keep eyes on that as the tournament progresses. But I think we're going to cut to a short break as we get ready for the next matchup. So, the pool party's still going on. You guys stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. This is Rival Esports.